no football, and now we're back to the football again. Tottenham taking on Sheffield United, and kick-off at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is at 7:15.
Excellent.
A couple of changes from the Carabao Cup final defeat for Tottenham. Dele Alli starts, as does Gareth Bale. And we found H. He's the fourth man to score 20-plus goals in 5 Premier League seasons. As for Sheffield United, it's an early return from injury for Chris Basham. Ryan Brewster starts up front. He is still looking for his first Premier League goal for Sheffield United. So having gone out of the Carabao Cup, or having been beaten in the Carabao Cup final, Tottenham
Dad, we could go fifth.
They're in 7th place with 53 points as things stand.
Fifth.
And for Sheffield United, well, we've known for a couple of weeks that they are relegated. They're rock bottom with 17 points. We can hear from both interim head coaches with Patrick Davison.
Ryan, firstly, Dele Alli returns to the starting lineup. Only the 3rd time he's begun a game in the Premier League all season. Why now? What have you seen?
He's had an excellent training week. Boys have been bright all week, but I felt like Dele's...
Do you like his new hair?
No.
Have to reward him for that, so yeah, we're confident in him tonight.
Bale over Mora is your other call. What's the thinking there?
Well, Lucas missed
I'm
training
live
all
streaming
week,
right now.
squad yesterday,
Live
but
streaming.
Same thing in Gareth. Gareth produced.
So you need to watch
a
your
moment for us
language.
against Southampton. Obviously,
Yeah,
he was
but
unlucky at the weekend not to get the nod,
none of
but
your usual, you
he's
know,
also had a good training week, so we thought it was right to bring him back in.
Well, Paul, a couple of big players back.
because I was live streaming the Carabao Cup final as well.
Both their returns.
Yeah.
Yeah, first and foremost, to have them back involved.
That's why Gracie kept coming
We would
in,
have liked to have kept the same team as
because she was watching it
the last time out, but
whilst
this
looking
year's
at me.
missing, we've had an injury to Ethan as well, so Bash is straight in here, but he looks after himself. He's not been out too long.
Hello, Eric.
So we're sure he'll be okay today.
What sort of a week has it been on the back of that cup final? How
Huh?
have you gone about lifting the players?
Yeah, I think obviously the first thought was to try and get over the weekend. Still had the days off.
Are you over that weekend?
But they've worked hard this week.
Are you over the weekend?
They've been working them. The energy's been good. They've been positive. So that's the main thing. They're hungry and they want to compete tonight. And yeah, we're ready.
It's obviously going to be a tough evening for you, but how much has that Brighton win lifted everyone?
Yeah, lifted everyone. Lifting the spirit's been important, over the last few weeks. It's been a tough year. Results obviously help, so a bit of belief. It's probably answered a few questions that automatically going to get labelled at you once you get relegated, we know that. So yeah, it was a timely win, but we're just bothered about the performances today and then between now and the end of the season.
How do you look then at what's left? The game's remaining. I wonder almost if you think about Leicester game on the final day and think, can we get there with an opportunity?
No, listen, we can't look ahead. We're not going to disrespect any opponent. Tonight is a massive game for us. Our focus this week has been on Sheffield United. The lads have worked really hard. We're going to go into this game with 100% commitment. That's the most important thing, and then once this game's out of the way, we'll look to the next, but we're not looking past anyone, that's for sure.
Now you know that the club are thinking about you possibly as being the club's manager long term. Does it become a big night for you personally?
No, just exactly the same. So, internally we've always had discussions from day one anyway, so whilst it may be public and other people are thinking different now, me, myself, the players, no one else at the club is, so no, it's just business as usual.
Well, it's uncertain for both clubs in terms of their manager at the moment, in terms of what happens next. For Dele Alli, it's a really interesting game for him to be playing in, and a really interesting part of the season for him to be involved, because he's a player who's had this great reputation but has never really quite reached those heights, and then it was out in the cold under Jose Mourinho.
Well, I think we've seen heights from Dele Alli that he set from his roof, from MK Dons. He got better and better. It was a successful side that he was sort of developing, playing and getting better. And ultimately it took that sort of change in direction. Jose Mourinho came in. He questioned on the documentary, didn't he, a couple of times about his willingness, his desire to keep working, and could he get the best out of him. Over 12 months of Premier League, no Premier League goal, and that tells the story. I played against him.
Can't believe it's only third Premier League start.
A little bit of spice, a little bit of edge to it, Kelly, and I think it went away. You watch, he just sort of flicks a few things. He's quite nice, and he's changed. But at 25 now, he's got to play regularly.
Yeah, it's that age where he either improves now or he becomes a kind of unfulfilled talent, really, in a way.
I think that's exactly going to be the point, isn't it? You're going to say he hasn't fulfilled that potential that he showed from a young age. He played lots of games very early in his career. Internationally, he was getting picked. He was very much a regular for everything to change. And now his desire, he's a very fit person. We know, we know he can get around the pitch, and I just think there's something in there that's got to change to keep improving. And it's going to be a testing time for him now. Big game for him.
Been a testing time for Dele Alli,
What are
and
you
also
doing?
been an extremely testing time for Riyad
Yeah, are you
Mahrez.
looking
How
at,
it worked out for him
is that
at
TikTok?
Sheffield United in terms of scoring goals. Are there signs there?
I hope so. 4-0 would be a good
that,
score.
that they need, and that they can be the club where he can sort of rebuild his career at 21.
I just think you look there, at age 21, 27 appearances not scored. That's going to affect his confidence. He's probably already been told for such a period of time how well he's doing, how he's getting better, how he's progressing, getting through to Liverpool, getting a taste of it, going off to Swansea, scoring goals. His big move to the Premier League in a side that he felt like he was going to score goals and do well in a side that hasn't performed. So he's took that knock, but now how does he change? How does he take the knock? How does he develop his career? He'll be low in confidence, but now next year into that championship is maybe an opportunity where he's going to get goals, get chances, get smiling again, get enjoying his football.
Yeah, really interesting times for some of the players on the pitch and also for both clubs at the moment. Tottenham still have a place in Europe to play for. They go head to head with Sheffield United, and kick-off is coming up next.
It's good to play. So put down your phone and play for keeps. Play the fool. The good guy. Be always there to help guy. Roll up your sleeves and play your part. Play out. Play in. Play like no one is listening. Play the limits. Keep yourself in check. And maybe sometimes don't play at all.
3, 2, 1, go!
Why?
Woke up this morning feeling proper rattled.
Take a leak.
I was going to bail on my plans, but instead I just had a freezing cold shower and then did some breath work, which helped liven me right up.
I take the name to raise awareness.
To educate in the fight against racism.
In the fight against racial injustice.
In the fight against inequality.
This is not political. This is not violent.
It's a peaceful act. Powerful act.
It's a personal choice to show my support.
For an equal society.
To fight against all forms of discrimination.
Premier League players continuing to make their voices heard in the fight against racism, and for more, the game itself is concerned this evening. It's all about how Tottenham end the season and qualifying for Europe. How much is that going to affect what they do over the summer, the kind of manager that they can bring into the club?
Well, that's going to be the case, isn't it? Harry Kane's come out and said he'll discuss his future after the Euros. That's a telling point who the manager's going to be. We've seen many come into play who could take it. Recently, Roberto Martinez could be one who could possibly come out after the Euros. So, big decisions. Daniel Levy under a lot of pressure to improve the side. They've got to deliver a trophy. The supporters are not happy. But huge sum for them.
Sheffield United have now got their first win under Paul Heckingbottom. He doesn't seem to want the job full time, but might that change?
I bet he does. I bet he would like that job. And he's come out this week, the club have said there's 5 candidates they're looking at. He's in the shout, he's one of those. He said he's happy with doing his role at Sheffield United, win against Brighton. I think that'll really give them something to smile about when we're in here discussing the relegation. And now it's an opportunity for the players to enjoy and a wonderful stadium, go and get a result.
And for Spurs playing in that wonderful stadium, they want to have European football there, as they were saying, but how important is it as well that they bounce back from that, not just the result, but the performance in the Carabao Cup final?
Well, it was a performance that was at the game that Manchester City didn't let them do anything that they wanted to do. Ryan Mason had said he wanted to improve bring more exciting times and attacking flair. This is the perfect game for them now to go and show them, all the players, what they want to do. They've got to really put Sheffield out of the back foot.
Let's see if they can do it. Taking you through the game then, Andy Hinchcliffe and Bill Leslie.
Thank you, Kelly. Evening, everyone. So Spurs back home after what was a fruitless trip to their temporary one last weekend. When Ryan Mason makes 2 changes to the side that he sent out at Wembley. Hugo Lloris closing in on 300 Premier League appearances for Spurs now, this number 294. It's been the same back four for both games under the interim head coach, and that's unchanged again here with the ever-present Pierre-Emile Højbjerg anchoring the midfield. Just the 3rd Premier League start of the season for Dele Alli as part of this attacking-looking side, which does see Gareth Bale prefer to Lucas Moura. And Harry Kane back on the Premier League beat, still leading the way in the scoring charts as he looks to close in on a first golden boot for 4 seasons. Matt Doherty was injured on international duty in March. He's involved tonight for the first time since. They're already relegated, but they were victorious last time out, and Paul Heckingbottom does change a winning side. Just the 3rd clean sheet of the season for Aaron Ramsdale in that win against Brighton. Chris Bastion's been sidelined with a thigh injury, but with both Kean Bryan and Ethan Ampadu missing tonight, he's straight back in. That does prompt a bit of a reshuffle at the back, but it's as you were elsewhere. David McGoldrick, in fact the only player involved for the Blades today who scored more than twice for them in the league this season. He got his 7th in that win last week. He's alongside Rhea Brewster, still looking for his first since he joined from Liverpool last summer. Sander Berge has been a big miss in the midfield. He hasn't played at all since December, but he is back on the bench tonight.
Not really.
So Harry Kane started at Wembley, his first game back after injury, and he leads the way again for Spurs tonight, Andy.
Absolutely, I think Spurs' new coach may well have to convince Harry Kane to stay. Losing his goals would be a massive weakening of the team, but its departure may also indicate that the club are far from winning anything, so his leaving will be disastrous in the short and long term. Sheffield United's new coach will be charged with bouncing straight back to the Premier League. As for their players, well, they have to try and end this season strongly and take some momentum into next season. So David McGoldrick's leadership is vital in keeping Sheffield United focused.
We've got a derby of interim managers, 2 clubs without permanent bosses after they parted ways with the men who started the season in the respective dugouts. Paul Heckingbottom a little more experienced than the man he's up against, but still just his 6th game since he stepped in following the departure of Chris Wilder. And Ryan Mason in just his 3rd game in senior management, his 2nd in the Premier League. Had to come from behind here in the first against Southampton. He's talked a lot about letting off the handbrake, playing in a style that the Tottenham fans have got used to throughout their history, energy and excitement. And this side he's picked tonight, Andy, looks nicely set up to do that, doesn't it?
Well, I think with Sheffield United losing 9 of the last 11 Premier League games, Ryan Mason and Spurs, they mean business. One holding midfielder, a real fearsome attacking quartet. They're clearly going for the jugular.
Well, Spurs do need a series of very fortunate events. If
Oh yes, Shawnee. Oh yes,
the top 4 and earn a place in the Champions.
Is that a new sponsor?
7th in the table, 8 points behind.
Because isn't it normally AIA? I don't know who that is. The sponsor is though.
Oh dear.
Never seen it before.
Don't show the fight and the fortune that they did in winning last time out against Brighton.
Come on, you Spurs.
Well, the Premier League and its clubs continue to show their commitment to tackling racism, and we can all play our part by reporting discriminatory behaviour whenever we see it. There is the website to do just that.
What's it for black people?
Challenge it, report it, and change it.
I didn't swear.
Well, it's not only for, it's for racism.
Yeah, black people.
So the
no, any type of racism.
Underway on what is a very nice bright evening in North London in early May. Spurs will be looking for a response. I'm sure they were well beaten at Wembley really last weekend, and now they can turn their attentions to salvaging something from that league.
It's only 1-0, but
maybe the Champions League is a long shot.
So there's only 1-0 against Man City, but you know.
Yeah, they've still got to keep believing, going into every game looking to win it. I think they'll be looking to take out their Carabao Cup final frustrations here on Sheffield United. Just looking at Sheffield United, their defensive line, looks like Basham's going to play on the left of a back 3.
Stevens has got forward well.
You got that live?
Yeah.
Osborne in the middle.
Because I do love Watchalong.
What on that?
Yeah.
Well, it's a conundrum
Bill
defensively
Watson
in the absence
No,
of O'Connell and
I'm doing live watch-along to the game.
Egan, so 2 of the 3 that were the mainstay of their defence last
I can't show the game because I'll be
Trying to
copyrighted.
get a formula
Well, Bill
that
do it,
works
don't
there has
Yeah, but I'm
been
saying I
a real
wouldn't do that
issue
because
for
I'll
them
be
throughout this campaign.
copyright.
Ah.
Not sure I've seen Basham
Oh,
start on the left.
And I
of
think
the
they can,
3
like,
before this season.
No, he hasn't. Again, that's not a problem because he is an experienced defender, but he's
Stop
not
your
his
stream if
most
you're
natural side
showing
of the
something that you
pitch.
shouldn't be
He plays on
showing.
the right of John Egan.
Yeah.
He's playing on the left today. We'll see
But
whether
how
it
did Bill
works.
get away with it?
I don't know, Dad.
Jacob Bogle, who's
Oh,
started
good
over
job,
on this
Bill.
right.
Come on.
Beaten to it there by Reggie Long. He's found Son. Højbjerg.
Oh.
A bright start.
Reliable Dane. Son to Kane.
Oh.
Ramsdale with a point-blank save. The flag's up anyway.
Oh.
But Ramsdale was sharp and alert just as Kane was.
Yeah, I did look offside as the ball was played, and it's vitally important for Sheffield United. They are brave that they maintain and hold that defensive line and stick together as one, and then maybe force the Tottenham players to run into an offside
Just
position. He
offside.
is ever so slightly offside, Harry Kane, but that has to continue throughout the game for Sheffield United. With Egan, Basham, balled up, they have to stick together as a defensive trio.
Worrying signs that within the first couple of minutes they appear to be on their usual wavelength. Son and Kane, who have combined so often for Premier League goals.
Huh?
They've combined for this season.
What, the purple?
Is a Premier League record.
It's a bit out there.
Oh, what's going on out there?
Yeah. Don't know what that is though.
Actually jumping around.
Maybe.
Bale, his usual perch on the right of that Spurs
Oh,
midfield when he
she
does
said.
get a start.
See that?
He's perch.
He's perch. He's not a bird.
I have to say I got most of my prediction right of who was going to start.
Regulon doesn't usually need a second invitation to canter forward. Here's Son. Højbjerg. Kane.
He took his legs out.
Eluded the on-rushing Basham.
Almost.
Lo Celso.
Go on, Aurier.
Aurier.
Oh.
Interesting.
Son.
At least we seem to be
Højbjerg.
more on the front foot.
Regulon.
Yeah.
Looking for
Oh.
Son. Enough Blade's body is back there.
Oh, so lucky to nearly get back to
panic
him.
as they get it away, and they don't keep it away for long.
Come on.
What are we playing like that against Man
Purposeful
City?
Spurs and their early pressure.
Different team, Dad. Different team.
I know what it is. They still seem to move it quicker.
They started well. We didn't.
We didn't turn up.
Well, pretty much. I'd say our defence was probably better than how we attacked. So. Come on.
That free kick given.
Ugh.
Dele Alli, supported by Egan. And the Irish international can carry out for Sheffield United.
That's the only problem Spurs might face this evening is a swift counter-attack from Sheffield United. They aren't really that type of side, but that might be their best route to actually getting a goal. Spurs are short in numbers because everyone stepped forward.
Oh, yes.
He's good at that.
Shot not past. The firm message from Højbjerg to Fleck.
Flick.
Oh,
Now seeking
just-
Ali.
it's just a bit
Just a
behind
word,
him.
Andy, on this Spurs formation. Looks like Lo Celso is playing a little deeper, almost alongside Højbjerg, so more of a 4-2-3-1.
I'm sure as the game goes on, as Sheffield United sit deeper and deeper, we'll see Lo Celso creep further forward as well. The fullbacks will get forward to provide the width.
Oh, hello.
And Dele Alli at times will become virtually a
Not
second
now.
striker. We know Harry Kane likes to drop into pockets of space, but he may play a bit deeper
Drink.
to start with Lo Celso, but will move forward. And Dele Alli
Down there.
can do what he
You've
does
got
best,
none
is
in
get
it.
into opposition penalty areas.
Got some in there.
How's
Is that
it?
enough or you want more?
How you doing, Lex?
Is that enough in there? Well, I think so. It's only a
You,
little
need,
bit
you
whistle.
want
Yeah,
more.
Weekly training
She wants
without
more,
a
Dad.
place in this
I'm
side.
peeing all night.
Started here.
She's got time to go to the toilet.
Opening day of the season. He's
Haven't
only
you,
started
Lex?
one Premier League game before
Got
today
time.
since then. That was against Fulham in March.
What time she says?
Well, it's not exactly late.
Lo Celso. looking
Come
for the
on!
ball, bringing
Oh
on, who
my.
nearly got in between defender and goalkeeper.
Baldock is fortunate here because he's not looking at the ball, he's not looking at the run that the fullback has made Reguilon here.
That would have been his first Premier League goal as well.
Reguilon very nearly gets his studs on the ball. If he had it done, he would have taken it past Ramsdale and scored.
So close to
You
1-0.
can't afford to do that with runners from deep.
like that. We're on the front foot.
Bulldog today up against a player that he played with at MK Dons in Dele Alli.
That was a bad pass.
It wasn't the best of balls. Here's McGoldrick.
We got away with that.
Just doesn't make clean contact with Eric Dyer. It's a really sloppy pass, bit of complacency. Maybe it's a bit too easy in these early stages for Tottenham. It's positive play from McGoldrick, driving at the heart of that Spurs defence, but just doesn't connect with the ball anywhere near cleanly enough to test Lloris.
That was Eric Dyer with a sloppy pass.
What a surprise.
You need to,
Bag, though.
when you're there, you need to, I don't know, with those kind of balls, you need to be exact. Hey, go on.
Here's Gareth Bale.
Are you?
Flex for Sheffield United. Osborne.
All attack, man.
Only doing his best to try and win it back and just stepping over the line of the law.
Like he's
free kick.
Huh?
He's like Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp?
Spurs dominate the ball, get players out of the pitch, when they win the ball back. Sheffield United, how can they get up?
Was his hair longer though?
Halfway line and beyond, it's not easy. They've actually got David McGoldrick.
No, but I mean, was Johnny Depp's hair longer than what Dele Alli's is?
It's not easy to bypass Spurs and attack them.
So kind of like dreads.
The last time, Andy, you and I were watching Sheffield United live together, it was the first game after the departure of Chris Wilder. They were torn apart at the King Power that day, run ragged. They suffered their heaviest defeat since they returned to the Premier League. What can we expect from them here?
Don't do that to me! I don't want...
Short, what we all knew was coming for a while, and that was relegation.
So last time we beat Sheffield United was 3-1. Do you remember that Ndombele goal? What are you doing? You burnt the end you were meant to put in your mouth.
Just nipped it.
Seems a long time ago, but they did come here last season and give Spurs a really good game. They were unlucky not to get more than just the point they came away with. It's actually Mauricio Pochettino's final game in charge.
I miss Poch. Yeah.
Here's Højbjerg. Dele Alli.
Yeah. But I think we had more connection with Poch because he was here longer. It's a shame he's not on the list to become a manager. Maybe one day he'll come back. He says he wants to come back.
Bale. Back to Aurier.
Like a year ago he said it. Because of the results, I'm assuming. And it was probably cheaper to sack him and then give us the rebuild, which we still need.
It still didn't work.
No. There's no quick fix. And Daniel Levy needs to realise that, or get out.
But Stevens closed it.
No, but I'm saying he needs to realise that, and or change the way he runs the club. No, but change the way you run the club. You can do that.
Spend some money, right?
Yeah.
So it's a tie.
Recruitment as well is a bit bad, so... How can you run a football club and not want to win nothing?
It's Harry Kane getting into range.
Come on.
Taken off his toes just in the nick of time by Basham.
Oh, come on, man.
Good pressure on Fleck, but too much. Andre Mariner.
At least there's more fight with our...
The relief of a free kick.
His last name.
Kane actually came back infield into traffic. He had Serge Aurier in acres of space to his right. Needed just to release the pass earlier. I do feel the Tottenham fullbacks, Aurier and Reguilon, could be great attacking outlets for him, because the Sheffield United wing-backs end up playing in a back five. So there is going to be space out wide for the Tottenham fullbacks to step into.
I like that. Winning that ball back. Come on, pass it.
Kane to his right. Here's Ali. Now Kane.
Go on.
He slipped. A little deflection, nearly looped.
Right, come on.
Come on. It has looped behind for a Spurs corner.
Yeah, and then he kicked it, took a deflection.
Great attacking flexibility. Harry Kane, Son, Dele Alli popping up in a variety of positions. So he's asking question after question defensively of Sheffield United, because they're not playing in set positions. They're moving around that front line.
I think I saw him make one run, and then he got fouled.
Started a league match together for Spurs. The last time Son And Kane and Bale started. They ripped Crystal Palace apart here.
In that second half. You remember that second half?
Yeah.
All those 4
Losing
goals.
with attacking potential, Tottenham Hotspur. And
Lo
they have a
Celso.
corner here that Lo Celso will take.
Go on.
Bale at the near post, couldn't quite do with it what he wanted.
You're telling me.
I'm not back there.
At least we're showing more attacking intent.
Wojciech, who makes appearance number 49 of the season for Spurs tonight.
That's a lot of games.
What games you said?
49. Well, he's played every Premier League game. Oh, look at that ball, though. Oh, go on, Bale.
Shoulder to shoulder with Basham.
Go on.
Bale onto his left, but over the bar.
Oh. What a goal that would have been.
Great development in Harry Kane's game, that ability to drop into
Did you see that pass,
space and
though?
become a creator. This is a brilliant ball around the corner. You know, Gareth Bale knows that Kane has seen him and knows that the way to pass will be absolutely perfect. Everything about the attack is right until the finish. He's just slightly off balance, leaning back, Gareth Bale. I think from this position with his left foot, he should be trying to whip it, just pass it towards that far post rather than really trying to smash it with real power.
Just the sort of challenge I'm sure that Chris Basham wants. Just his second start in 8 games, being run down the channels by Gareth Bale.
I suppose in a way, if Gareth Bale is going to drop onto his left foot, then that's, you know, Basham's stronger foot, his right foot. So that's really where he wants Bale. But you know, Bale is quick, he's strong, he's not easy to defend against whoever you are. Well, it's no real surprise that Tottenham are dominating the ball. They haven't really opened Sheffield United up as yet, but it's very early in the game. If this continues with the attackers that Tottenham have out on the pitch, we expect them to create a chance sooner or later, and I'm sure they will take one.
Well, the morale with one of those diagonals for Dele Alli. That's been a fruitful avenue for Tottenham in the past. Nearly was in the present.
And again, Dele Alli playing really high up the pitch. Joining the attack, his movement is excellent. He catches out Jayden Bogle, he's just really on the stretch. I think he's trying to head that ball down for Son and just can't get over it. Well, Dele Alli has started the game pretty strong. You get a sense that he's looking to take the opportunity that Ryan Mason has given him here.
I think a lot of people expected him to come straight in from the cold, given that he knows Ryan Mason very well, and
he got clattered there. What?
But he was an unused substitute.
Has that gone Sheffield United's way? How?
Substitute last weekend at Wembley, and now he gets his start here today. No harm done with that collision we just saw, by the way, between Bogle and Reguilon.
It's a painful one, but it's purely accidental. But for Dele Alli, it is about his application. We know he's got the ability. We've seen that the clubs that he's played for, with England as well. He just needs to apply himself. I've just been watching him running around, just his movement off the ball. He looks, you know, keen to make those runs, work hard for the team off the ball as well, and that's exactly what any coach will need from him.
Even if his future, as has been widely speculated due to his lack of game time, does lie away from here, as still a hell of a player in there for someone, isn't he? Who's still only 25 years old.
You wouldn't think that.
What?
That he's only 25.
Who?
Dele Alli.
Because
he's been at Spurs so long. Was it since 2015? 2016?
Well, the first quarter are now negotiated
No,
for Sheffield
2015.
United, and I'm sure this is a game that they'll have looked at.
So I'm sure he was playing when he was 19.
To little pieces in order to try and negotiate and stay in.
What's it all
Spurs have been quite
Hey.
prolific in the opening
It's
15
got
minutes
a
of games
tweet.
anyway.
It's got ball playing, don't be shy. Slide a great tweet.
Maybe it's trying to show you a great tweet.
I don't go on it.
Or a tweet that they think you might be interested in. I don't actually know.
Oh, I've never put a tweet on it.
Well, not you, but someone. Come on.
Son now for Tottenham, lovely
Oh.
shot. Excellent save low down there. Yeah, really good pressure on the ball from Tottenham. Sergio winning it back, doing the right thing, laying the ball up to someone more
That's
dangerous.
a good shot.
It is a decent strike from Son. I think Aaron Ramsdale actually reads this and knows where it's going to end up.
Smack for round.
Positioning his goal, he's moving across his goal, he's anticipating it.
She does all
really strong hand as well. It can be difficult when a ball is dipping, dropping like this one is.
Tottenham, yeah.
He gets across, he saves it on the fault.
At
Really
this
good
rate,
stop.
we'll be sticking with Brian Mason for the job. No one wants it. Who wants to come and work for Levy and win nothing?
I mean, you've got to say it's kind of true.
Son with the corner, Alderweireld was the closest Spurs player to it, but Basham got his head to it first.
Don't push the backs.
And there was a foul there on Reguilon, but Andre Marinat, with Spurs still having the ball, content to let them play on. Brewster. Egan.
Come on, Tottenham.
Son.
Kane.
Beyond Egan, finding Harry Kane. Kane onto his left,
Oh.
blocked off the line. And Sheffield United survive again.
Who got taken out there?
Oh, it's Egan that gives the ball away. It's a really dangerous ball to play when you jab it through the middle of the pitch like that. They lose the ball. It's great defensive appreciation,
Oh, it's
really, from Chris
down.
Basham. He knows the shot's going to come in from Harry Kane and he's back on the line, but it was a clumsy challenge from Egan, I think, on Son. That's why he's been booked.
Please be okay, son.
He gives the ball away, Egan then goes flying into Son. That's why he's been
Why
booked.
you-
Harry Kane, once he steps onto his left foot, you think he's going to score. I'm not sure it is actually going in, but Basham is not to know that he's done the right thing. He's got back onto the goal line. He's defended the
The way he
target.
went in like that.
He's nowhere near the ball there, Egan. I thought he was going to play Højbjerg in here, but it's understandable. You know, when he shifts that ball, gets pass balled up, you think he's going to score. Excellent work from Basham.
Might have just hit the post. Is he going to be okay?
He's still in some discomfort as a result of that Egan challenge here, Hyun-Min Son. The problem is he's concentrating on just laying the ball off. He can't get out of the way of the challenge. Normally he'd be jumping over Egan as he goes flying in there, but he didn't have the time to do that and got wrapped on the ankle. Ryan Mason has sent Stephen Bergwijn and Lucas Moura out to warm up, but looks like Son, although slightly battered, will be able to return to the fray. We talked about the four attackers that Tottenham have on the pitch. Look at their bench as well, with Lamela and Ndombele, Moura, Bergwijn.
It's a strong bench.
So much talent that Ryan Mason has to call on as well. Harry Winks and Lucas Moura are the two to miss out from the cup final side.
So,
Son
almost reached
straight
him.
back into the thick of it. He was moving pretty well then. Once again, it came from Sheffield United, giving the ball away cheaply and playing it into central areas. And Spurs pouncing on it, so risky doing that. He is onside, Son. Just the way the forward ball gives him no chance of actually taking it down. The idea is right from Højbjerg, but he just can't kind of feel it into the path of Son, but again risky from Sheffield United. They've got to learn their lessons. You can't afford to keep giving the ball away cheaply. Chase for Brewster, but not one that he ever really stood a chance of winning. Nine defeats in the last 11 games for Sheffield United, but they do, for the first time since Paul Heckingbottom took over, come into this on the back of a win. Maybe slightly fanciful. given the respective form and position of these two sides, but they are looking for back-to-back wins for the first time since last July when they beat Wolves and Chelsea as well, just after the restart.
And he gets fouled again.
Huh?
He got fouled again.
Lo Celso is getting a good run in the Spurs side late on in the season after his injury problems. This is his 5th start in the last 6 games now, the Argentinian.
Matilda, who's that?
Hmm?
Here's Lo
I
Celso.
think he's breathing.
Dyer. Højbjerg. Aurier with the run.
Oh, that's too much whip.
And apologies to you if you picked up some bad language from our pitch side microphones.
When you look at the league table, you probably expect Tottenham to be dominating the game. They certainly are. But Aaron Ramsdale's only made that maybe one decent save from Son. So even though they've had bags of possession, and chances have gone Spurs' way, Paul Heckingbottom will be relatively pleased that his defence have kind of kept Tottenham at arm's length so far.
Reguilon. Aurier.
I thought I joined it in 2015.
Daniele pinged it
Did
into
you?
Harry Kane.
I think I
To do the
joined
same
2011.
To the left-hand side for Reguilon.
Oh, once again, John Eaton gave the ball away there, but I was looking at Ryan Brewster and David McGoldrick, and neither of them are showing for the centre half, saying, you know, play it forward, bypass the press, play it up to me. They're just standing and watching. I think Eaton was saying, I've got nowhere to go. So
No,
that's why he
it's
keeps
not really your
giving the ball away. Strikers have to show more.
era, I guess.
No,
When did it come about? I don't.
no idea.
I'm pretty sure YouTube was like 2004.
YouTube, I don't know.
Has
Somebody
been
plays music
shorts
in
of
that.
a brutal season
I'm
for
trying
Sheffield
to.
United.
I can't actually remember when it was like created or like.
They've only scored 18 goals.
What? Twitter?
Hmm.
Their second manager, and they know they'll be back in the Championship after their 2-season stay in the Premier League.
When was Twitter
The warning
created?
signs were there that season. They finished 9th. They scored as many as they conceded, so they were many games were settled really by a single goal. So he was on a bit of a knife edge, even when it was going well. You knew it could go wrong.
So like 15 years.
What's the point of retweeting?
I follow like celebrities and like footballers and like, you know, I guess you could say it's celebrities, but you know, that's why I follow it. And you find out news and stuff.
But no.
That's where I find news. The first on Twitter. That's where I find my news.
Out there week in and week out.
I think I might have put one post on it. I'll find out when I put it
You've
on.
talked in the past often about the
Yeah.
fine margins now of their 14 Premier League wins last season.
So 25 minutes nearly gone.
By a single goal, you can flip that on its head this
Have a
time
little
round.
look at
Still no
Majority
goals.
of their defeats this time round also by a 1-goal margin. Good to see Sonderberger back though. He started the season really well for Sheffield United before he picked up the injury and actually what was that?
12th of April.
Away win of the season.
Yeah.
I've had it since 2015, and my first post on it was 12th of April last year.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah, you keep that ball. That was nice from Dele Alli.
And that was only a YouTube watch about trucks.
You like your trucks?
Oh, yes. Oh, and the other one I put on before that was 6th of Jan 2019.
That's the challenge. Clear challenge.
No, I've never touched it. I've never
Next season,
touched
trying
it
to do what Norwich and
before
Watford have
that.
done and bounce straight back to the Premier League. They managed to keep their very best
Go on,
players.
Sonny. Oh, go on, Reggie.
Reguilon rode the challenge from Harry Kane. Rarely off target from the Tottenham number 10.
Well, that's a real surprise. Once again, his position.
A real surprise.
Is superb. He doesn't go right in on top of those Sheffield United defenders. He just holds his
I was
run,
expecting it to be on target, but it was just a bit
at the edge of
wild.
the penalty area, and normally from that position, expect him at the very least to hit the target. See what he's trying to do, just really pass it. With pace, with his instep, just completely mistimes it. Well, the pitch is that good here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You can't really blame a bobble.
A bobble.
No, they sold that one to Leeds, I think.
What did you like? What's that?
What?
Here's Højbjerg.
Oh, they won the league. I thought I'd like it, you know.
Oh yeah.
Still follow Ericsson. He's doing what Spurs can't.
Yeah.
Just got to laugh, really.
Oh yes.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, why'd you give the ball away like that? Oh.
Two, but not quite working out as Brewster sought to return it to McGoldrick. Basham. McGoldrick looks to have kept himself onside here.
Hopefully
Sheffield
not.
United's top scorer.
It's right, Lewis had that.
Well, as play developed there, I was looking at Ryan Brewster thinking, you've got to be sprinting into the penalty area to give McGoldrick, somewhere to go with the cross. If you watch Ryan Brewster, middle of your pitch there, he's kind of jogging forward, he kind of slows up, but you might think, well, I've got no chance, there's so many Spurs defenders, but make a move, try and make something happen. Surge toward that near post.
His 28th game yet to score for Sheffield United, Ryan Brewster. He just looks like a player who has no confidence at all.
I don't think you lose goal-scoring talent, he clearly has that, but he's just not getting the opportunities his teammates are putting him in front of goal.
Oh. How's that not a foul?
It slid in and caught Dele Alli. Andre Mariner agreed with the Sheffield United man that he got enough of the ball.
It's a strong challenge from Norwood. It's good to see Dele Alli jump up, not complain or roll around looking to get the free kick.
You talked, Andy, about Sheffield United possibilities of bouncing back. They're in a strange situation, aren't they? They've got this template that's so much part of their fabric in terms of the way they've played under Chris Wilder, and Paul Heckingbottom hasn't come in and changed it. He's stuck with this back three, a few tweaks here and there, but it's fundamentally them playing the same way. They don't know who the manager's going to be next season and the way he's going to view things. It's a transitional period that beckons potentially for them.
Well, Paul is certainly in the mix. They're talking about 5 candidates for the Sheffield United head coach or manager job. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of style they adopt. But of course, what they want to do is get back to the Premier League. So it's it's about playing attractive football, but they want to play winning football to get back here as quickly as possible.
The warning came up. Right, it's over there.
The
5-minute warning. The TV's going to turn off.
Off the head of Dyer. Bogle will look to collect it. Away by Lo Celso.
Lo Celso.
Now Basham.
Basham.
Come on, Spurs.
Here's Norwood. Fleck.
Who are you talking about?
Stevens. Dyer glances away. Now Brewster.
I mean, you can carry on doing that if you like.
Ball in from Ender Stevens, better from Sheffield United. They've weathered a bit of a storm for the opening half an hour, getting bodies high up the pitch. A decent ball in, there was bodies in the box, but it's going to be very difficult from crosses. They've got wing backs, so they're going to get crosses in, but when you get Alderweireld and Dyer at the back for Tottenham, it's going to be difficult to beat them in the air.
What's he doing?
Aaron Ramsdale, who's been the only ever present for Sheffield United this season.
Hurt his foot.
Seems to have a problem with that right foot.
Somebody just have to.
Don't know what he's done.
No. Who knows?
Makes it some pain, that, doesn't he?
It's always going to be a difficult season for Aaron Ramsdale. You know, Dean Henderson was brilliant last season for them. And he's a very good goalkeeper. He has been overworked. He's made some tremendous saves, but he's been overworked. He's not been protected anywhere near enough.
Back-to-back relegations on his CV.
You didn't need to mention that, Phil.
He can't hear.
He's injured. He's injured. Give the lad a break.
There's Wes Fodringham,
Give the lad a break, you see.
backup goalkeeper.
Hmm?
Should
Should
he
give
be
the lad a
required?
break.
Yeah, you don't really need to mention the back-to-back relegations.
I think Fodringham would love an opportunity, but then he probably sees Gareth Bale, Harry Kane, Son, Dele Alli. Maybe it might be a good game for Ramsdale to recover, and I'll just watch on.
Bale had made a decent run across that Sheffield United back line, but I don't think Eric Dyer had spotted him.
Yeah, for all those Sheffield United defenders, it's the movement in and around them which will catch them out. They're not really playing up against an attacker. There's just so much.
I don't think Eric Dyer's good at those crosses, though.
You've got to be, spatially aware these days as a defender, certainly against the attack that Tottenham have got out there this evening.
Ah, yes.
Hojbjerg. Alderweireld looking for Bale.
Oh.
Here's Basham now for Sheffield United.
Basham.
Basham, she said.
He got in the way.
Now Osborne. Bogle.
Bogle?
Good running from Osborne. Not quite such a good ball in from Bogle, which is comfortably fielded by Dyer.
Not far enough.
Now Baldock.
Baldock?
Get the ball back.
Bogle.
Bogle?
Like he ended up on the bloody floor.
In by Norwood.
Norwood?
Still in play here. Ender Stevens.
Ender Stevens.
This is the... Hey. Do
McGoldrick. Fleck trying to get on the end of it. Aurier stopping him from doing so.
That's a fabulous ball in from Ollie Norwood. Just Ryan Brewster just seemed to stop or react too late. As a striker, you've got to anticipate, expect a decent ball to come in and make a move right onto a defender's shoulder. Norwood does the right thing. He plays the ball into a corridor with pace on it. You see Ryan Brewster, he just stops. You've got to make that move onto the edge of the 6-yard box.
We have a couple of live games for you on Monday night football. West Bromwich Albion against Wolves in the Black Country Derby. That's from 5 o'clock. And Burnley against West Ham. That's part 2 from 8 o'clock. Both on Sky Sports Premier League.
We need Burnley to win.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So we done everything right apart from scoring a goal.
Oh, yes.
Come on.
Celso.
Kane.
Kane.
Oh.
Looking for Son. Snapped away as far as Serge Aurier. Aurier, lovely ball over the top. Gareth Bale! Scores!
Yes! What a goal, man.
The ball was beautiful. The finish was spot on from Gareth Bale.
I wasn't sure if it was going to go in or not.
And with 10 minutes left on this first half, Tottenham
Oh, yeah.
found a way to take the lead.
I spoke it to in existence.
Attacking movement off the ball, the runs in behind defenders. It starts from deep and then they break in behind. That's exactly what happens here.
Get That was a good cross.
Look at Gareth Bale, the run that he makes from deep in behind ball-watching defenders.
That goal though.
Ball-watching, he said.
You see that?
He does well to actually get his toe on the ball. It looks as if Ramsdale's going to get there.
I wasn't sure if he was going to score, but
times it to perfection. It's a brilliant little flick. He does well because it's a difficult ball to play. He's not got a lot of room to work. He's got to get the weight and the angle just right.
Good cross.
Got to give Gareth Bale something to get on the end
an
of.
even better
Normally
finish.
you go with your right foot, not Gareth Bale, flick to the outside the left. Sheffield United just caught cold defensively, watching the ball. Attackers making hay.
Is that the Welsh Mafia? I think that's what.
Welsh Mafia. On to 49 Premier League goals.
See if we can get to his 50.
49 goals, is he?
49 Premier League goals.
Not for Tottenham.
Yeah. Well, like, did he score for Southampton? I can't remember.
No.
I'm sure he must have done, surely. I don't know. I think it's 49 Premier League goals, so I don't know if he's.
Defensive setup there as Aurier picks the ball up. They've got numbers back there. Everyone's in decent positions, but you have to appreciate those forward runs. You have to track the run. You have to stay with the man, even if you play him on side. Stay goal side with him. Because if you don't, and you hold the line or you call ball watching, you're going to get punished.
Go on, Kane.
Aurier.
Oh, was that a corner?
Is it?
I don't know.
He's rewarded the selection faith of Ryan Mason with another goal, just as he did here last time out against Southampton.
Ah, yes.
He looks very happy.
Yeah. Well, he's playing football.
Smiles, Gareth Bale.
I'm just saying, maybe it's that goal he's just scored, but.
If you think though, he stuck it round you, you weren't fucking playing.
But, yeah.
You just sat on the bench. You'd have to play.
By Salso, met by McGoldrick.
Yeah, the goal actually came off the back of a period where Sheffield United were starting to get a foothold in the game, ask some questions themselves. It just shows when you've got the attacking quality that Ryan Mason has to call on here, it very quickly can get turned around. It's exactly what happened. They went to sleep and were caught out.
Can't do that on the pitch. Go sleep. Who's having her?
Huh? What?
Huh?
What you say?
Son.
Who's having her? Hey.
Kane.
Oh. I swear one of those was a foul.
What?
They've got the first. You'd expect Spurs to kick on and get a few more here.
As you like to say.
Sheffield
Having a feed.
Go down.
It is a feed, isn't it?
There's still
You got a feed? You got a potty?
Yeah.
Hanging around their necks.
I'm surprised I was able to eat that because I always get nervous when there's football. I always get nervous for football.
We want that to happen again. Here's Brewster. McGoldrick in the middle.
Just how I feel.
Nice cut back for Fleck. Didn't quite get hold of it.
Because it's an important game. You're obviously going to be, you know. Yes, Ali. Deli.
Ali dancing beyond two challenges.
He's found his swagger.
His mojo.
Now Son.
He's been
Came to his left.
rejuvenised.
Right.
Foul. They keep fouling him.
Strapped down in the middle.
Get up. Ain't got time to lay down.
It's so difficult to deal with when he steps over a ball, then moves it. He's strong, he's quick, and get past you so easily. And he is nudged in the back. See Bogle there. He's just, playing the man, not the ball. He's got no answer defensively to what Son is doing there.
They can't handle his
Look
quality.
at him painting these white lines. Who's going to take that? Bale? Or Kane?
Either one. I want to see.
Aaron Ramsdale, you've got Kane and Bale. Over a ball, it's there.
I just want to see someone score from a free kick.
They've got a left foot and a right foot, so they can decide between them exactly who strikes this. But whoever does, I feel they're going to bypass the wall, and Ramsdale might have a save to make here.
Whatever the formula is here for Spurs, it looks like it could well spell trouble for Sheffield United.
It's going to be a straight one, or?
Who's taking it?
Kane takes straight into the Blades wall. Kane again on the follow-up.
I just want to see someone score from a free kick.
What?
I just want to see.
Harry Kane's game that he probably needs to improve on. That's Those goals return from set plays. You know, it's halfway up the wall. That's a really poor free kick.
Alright.
It's true though.
Yeah. I think I've seen him score like one free kick, but it took a deflection, so.
Those issues that Tottenham have had in
Don't
throwing
show
points away
that.
from winning positions there. You see it put in context. Southampton leading that table, courtesy of the fact that they threw away 3 from winning positions here in the last Premier League match on this ground.
Yeah, if you're going to challenge for Premier League titles in the future, that has to change.
He wants to win the ball back.
A lot of those points dropped from when they did hit the top of the table towards the end of the last calendar year.
It just shows our team hasn't been good enough.
They got themselves in winning positions.
Which we know already.
They just failed to kick on and get the 3 points.
I mean, you can the defence make mistakes and
season has fallen away somewhat.
What's he pulling at?
Don't know.
Regulon.
Was that not a foul then?
Obviously not.
So being pulled back's not a foul. But guaranteed, if he went down, it would have been a foul.
Goldrick.
Oh, that's a foul though, isn't it?
That's better from Sheffield United at the back, sharper passing. Everyone knows what they're doing. Then the ball around the corner is played to McGoldrick, who's in front of Dyer. He gets the foul. He gets
another goal.
The blades up the pitch.
Yes, Dad, we know.
We always fucking seen us sit on 1-0. Think, oh look, we're winning.
I thought it was just under Mourinho that it just seemed to happen like that.
We never finish a game off. Come on, you all know it. Fucking dickwad.
It's away by Alderweireld. Cushion, control and fed by Kane.
Oh, he's going to come out.
Ramsdale out. Head start on Bale and he needed it as well. This is Stevens.
Even Stevens.
Stevens?
Shauna. Even Stevens.
Yeah.
Ball had gone out of play before Stevens rolled it down the line.
Even Stevens.
Example there why goalkeepers need to be able to read the game. And Ramsdale stepping out of his penalty area, knowing that Harry Kane was going to play Bale in, and he had to become an extra defender there, Ramsdale.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. He kicked it out.
It's saying, you can just pass it back to me.
So you include today, it's 15 points, isn't it, up for grabs in the remaining 5 games for Spurs if they're looking to catch Chelsea and Co and break into that top 4. It's an 8-point swing that they need now. They need to win every game and hope to get into the top 4.
All we can do is hope.
This is what is ahead of them, and they could certainly have more testing running, couldn't they?
Yeah, you're looking at Leicester on that final day, but that's
Probably
been
the
a
worst
mindset. Win every game and take
Huh?
it to the Leicester.
Probably the worst one.
Yeah, Leicester's going to be the toughest, I say.
You've got us above West Ham. And above Liverpool.
Okay.
And above us.
Leeds might be a tough one as well.
Regulon. Højbjerg. Kane. Dele Alli.
Son. Oh.
Just over from Giovanni Lo Celso.
It was a good strike.
Well, Harry Kane's not happy. He's saying to Lo Celso, I was in space, so you should have just been unselfish and rolled the ball back to me.
Yeah.
Kane plays it, makes the forward run. He just drifts out to the left. I think he would have probably been offside if the ball had been played. Sheffield United do well. They don't go diving in. They just stay on their feet. They watch the ball. They got numbers back.
Watch the
There's so
ball.
much quality and attacking movement that it is hard to deal with, but you have to do your best and stay with your men and try and frustrate Tottenham for as long as you can.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been a good goal as well.
They did it pretty well for 35 minutes. Then Bale came with the breakthrough.
3 added minutes? Whee! Enough time.
Mason will be pleased. This team, of course, have taken the lead, but he'll want a second goal to give themselves a cushion to make life a little bit easier. Take maybe the fight out of Sheffield United. Looks like that's going to be a job for the second half, though.
Hey, there's still enough time to get another one.
Dele Alli. Now Højbjerg.
Kane.
Kane.
Hey. Hands off.
Aurier.
He's played well.
For another assist. Lo Celso's touch just deserted him.
Yeah, Aurier set the goal up and he's having a lot of space to operate in. I thought that might happen for the Spurs fullbacks.
Oh, yes.
I'll make that his second assist of the season and the first since he got one in the 6-1 at Old Trafford. The early knockings of the campaign.
Go on, Dele.
Here's Dele Alli.
Oh, at least it was on target. Did you see that football though?
He's unlucky, great strength. Sheffield United defenders all
one,
around him.
one
He
pass.
doesn't want to dive on the floor, he wants to stay on his feet.
One touch pass.
To try and score. See what he's trying to do, but he needs to start that ball, you know, way outside that right-hand post, and he's looking to beat Ramsdale. Doesn't catch it quite as he anticipates. It's a comfortable save in the end.
And a Dele Alli Premier League start is a rare thing indeed. A Dele Alli Premier League goal. Well, that's even thinner on the ground.
When was his last one then?
Maybe I'm excited of it.
Don't you always?
Højbjerg.
Ah, yes.
Well, there we go.
Brings
Half time.
the first half to a close.
So good
Well,
first
they had to
half.
wait. They had to be patient, Tottenham, but when the goal came, it came from the boot of Gareth Bale, the 6th goal he scored in his last 8 Premier League games, ably assisted by Serge Aurier. It means the Spurs are where they want to be at half-time, leading Sheffield United by 1-0.
You'll never find this thing. I'll never let you go.
No, we have half time.
What?
Huh? What you doing? You?
Enjoy 3 days of live
Yeah, I am talking to you.
the Chester Boodle Flame Festival gets underway Wednesday live
YouTube.
on Sky Sports.
It was like that.
Great game, Harry. Cheers, mate.
Such a clinical finish from a top-class striker.
Nothing compares to a real holiday, especially when you know that everything is taken care of. The TUI Holiday Promise puts flexibility first with free changes, plus adult protection for complete peace of mind. Book your summer holiday with confidence. Nothing compares. TUI, discover your smile.
My friend.
I don't know.
Sunshine, total eclipsing. The perfect time to hit up.
What are you doing?
For a Costa coffee.
Where's what?
Starbucks. With your
Your
favorite
list? Your birthday list? Your birthday list? Why do you want your birthday list?
Because whatever you want, you crazy cat. Costa bread Starbucks. We got it.
I just saw someone comment on Twitter. Why is Dele looking 45?
45?
Someone said he looks 45. And he said it. No one you'll know. Apparently, someone said, is it the hair? I wouldn't say it looks 45.
Upstairs in your room.
Isn't it? I thought it was on the floor upstairs. I thought it was upstairs on the floor. It looked like, I thought it was underneath that door, or was it something else? I don't know.
And put your best face forward. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Don't need it now.
There's something big at Tesco.
I don't know.
Big brands.
Why do you need it anyway?
Small prices.
Why do you need your list?
Price matched on a range of products.
What is this something?
Hundreds,
What is this something?
including big brands too.
Why?
So you
I
can
might need
save
some more
yourself a trip.
ideas.
Tesco. Every little helps.
You want a bucket hat?
Oh, what?
Bucket hat.
Bucket hat?
A bucket hat.
I saw my friend.
A bucket hat. You don't know what a bucket hat is?
Sorry.
Google
My
it.
friend posted photos. She just want a bucket hat, and now I
What's a
remember
bucket hat?
a bucket hat.
Let me Google it and then I'll show
Bucket
you.
hat.
Probably something that was years ago.
Bucket hat.
No.
Bucket hat.
Look, this is bucket hat. You tell me you've never seen one of those before.
Yeah, they were fucking 8 years ago.
She wants a bucket hat.
Why?
Like my
I don't
friend
know.
posted pictures. She just want a bucket hat, and now I remember. I just want to. You know, the person I had for my like the people with the pink hair.
Around the fucking 60s.
Yeah.
With the pink hair, he's known as Bucket Hat Boy.
I don't think I suit hats, or at least not a bucket hat, anyways. What about a what they're called? Is it an ombre? What's those
How much your car's
Yeah.
in 60 seconds?
She was a bucket
Is it
hat.
ombre?
Come out in the 1900s.
What's that?
Look, I've been around for fucking years.
Is it sombre, an ombre? I
You
can't
don't
think what
like
it's
old
called.
stuff.
Why do people wear bucket hats?
I like me
Don't know.
baseball cap.
Hey,
A
they're worn
snapback.
by Irish farmers and fishermen.
I brought a Spider-Man snapback and I don't know where it is.
I can't find it, piece of food.
I don't know where it is.
34 Sundays surrounded with charging facts.
She don't like old stuff.
Yet all it takes.
It's all, that's back, that's in
She's
the olden
found
days.
inspiration.
That's what she comes out, that's back in the olden days.
A snap.
Show electric and plug-in hybrid range.
Didn't she? Oh, come on, it's back then, you don't do that in the olden days.
Dad.
What?
She just wants a bucket hat.
Yeah, something old.
Nothing wrong with wanting a bucket hat.
Old, I said.
Got 65%. Will that last? I'm not entirely sure.
Spurs are 1-0 up at half time
I know
against
that, you
Sheffield
silly
United.
bitch.
There haven't
Dad.
been too many chances
I'm
in
still
this
live
first half, but
streaming. I told you to watch your language.
There wasn't many chances. It felt like they were controlling the possession. There was going to be opportunity.
We've got to see this goal again because it was just
See the run there, Kane trying to stretch
perfect.
Sheffield United, but they kept it alive. And as it slows down, you see Gareth Bale there in the picture as the 9 just runs into the space. There's a little look over his shoulder.
Can we keep him next season? I want to keep Bale for next
So
season.
when you see it
Hopefully.
again, it's the
You know.
little look and that composure. I think that's what Gareth Bale brings to it. Sergio Aurier, full credit for spotting. Didn't think he'd have that. You know, to make that pass, Ramsdale a little bit slow. Just the awareness to go into it. Delivery's good. Little look. Wonderful finish outside of his foot.
What have you made of Spurs in this first half? They
Why?
had the advantage, but did you want to see a bit more from them?
Yes, I felt like they would have really
Give me your
pushed
tone.
Sheffield United.
Give me
side
your
back,
tone.
Created more
Danny said.
chances, more
Give me your
opportunities.
tone.
Look at the players they've got on the pitch. We've seen
There you
Kane
go.
with a couple of chances.
Give it
Son
back, though.
getting out of it.
Oh.
And Gareth Bale, yes, he gets that
Where did you have it
opportunity, likes to
last?
Score at home. Just looking at those stats, amazing when he scores at his home ground. So,
I didn't mean to blind
I felt like this
people
was a really big one
with
for
that.
Ryan Mason to go and set that tone, be really attacking minded, and that extra midfield player just playing Højbjerg as the base, could go and attack. They need to do it a little bit better than they've done.
Yeah, they do have a very attacking lineup there. Was there anything
Is it not there?
that Sheffield United could have done better in terms of the goal?
I think you look and you say there, Basham, the run initially gets in behind him, so at that point could he have stopped that? Just looking again, there's all.
You sure it's not upstairs?
They're all playing, but look how disjointed they are. There's no one leading it. There's not a line that's all on the same page. They're coming out sort of fits and starts. At that point, you're looking at Baldock. Could he have blocked Bale? I'm looking and thinking, whoever's seeing Gareth Bale go, block it. But I don't think you'd expect that pass to actually go up and over and to drop. Ramsdale hesitant, didn't come out really as quick as you would have liked, but it was a great goal. Yes, they'll be disappointed with Sheffield United, but at the top of the pitch, no shots.
Brilliant
on target. I think
goal.
that tells it all.
So Spurs are 1-0 up at the break. It's the 7th goal of the season in the Premier League for Gareth Bale. They've all come at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. A tidy finish and a rare bit of quality in that first half for this member of the Welsh Mafia.
I wish it was rare. It wasn't rare. We definitely need a second goal. Hopefully soon in the second half. So I can sort of, you know, chillax a bit.
Bold design, innovative technology, impossible to pigeonhole. The all-new Vauxhall Mocha. Unbox yourself.
I'm not confused. But this guy's been sucked in by the allure of the wave. A wave that was actually meant for me. Things aren't always as clear as they seem. I'm not confused.
Yahoo!
Woohoo!
I said yoo-hoo.
I'm confused.com.
All of our relationships start over a cup of coffee. We're Clifton Coffee Roasters.
We supply coffee to people all over the world.
Taste is everything.
Before, we would complete tastings in person.
So when the pandemic hit, we were all like, stop. What are we going to do now?
Teams allowed us to bring tasting to our customers digitally.
It's unbelievable. We're able to reach 20 to 30 times more customers than in person.
This isn't a temporary fix. These are changes we'll take into the future.
Okay, I'm awake. Let's do this smudge.
Are you ready to party?
Keep on, keep on, keep on. Never stop.
Give me everything you got, Tim.
Here for it then.
Stay in it with me, come on.
Yeah, with you.
5, 4.
So I'd say like 5 minutes until the second half starts.
Yes to you, Peloton. You're done and dusted, just like that.
You got this.
What's this about?
I'm just getting into invoicing mode. Leave this stuff to us, boss.
We have ways of making them pay faster. Well, technically, professional invoicing and automatic email reminders.
Thanks, teeny tiny, hard-nosed QuickBooks people.
Right now at Vodafone, you can get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G with 4 times the data. That's 100 gigabytes for the price of 25. And you can get all that for just £43 a month. Plus £29 up front. Together we can. Vodafone.
With Asda, have a barbecue like no other this summer. There's delicious plant-based wings glazed with a spicy barbecue sauce. Or a mouth-watering extra special New York hot dog smoked over cherry wood. That's summer sorted. That's Asda price.
Fillet of fish from a dish. Big Mac down a cul-de-sac. And even under a drying rack. Cheese sides for gaming vibes. Gherkin flirting. Wraps through cat laps. Nugs on rugs. Or share box to the river. Because yes, we deliver.
Enemies of the state, hardened criminals.
Nobody move.
Is this some sort of mutiny?
We need to get to Arcadia.
Maybe put some safety straps on. Maybe not.
Enjoy these amazing movies this May. Oh, and so much more on Sky Cinema.
club's a massive club. I feel I can turn it round.
It was a gamble from my point of view and from his.
He said, listen, you're all brilliant players. Entertain. Entertain.
That's Newcastle for you.
The team was built for me to score as many goals as possible.
We had a good team, and they tore us apart.
Thankfully today we've got multiple here to go Europe next year.
The snowball was just gathering so much weight.
We're in the real world now.
You know, bringing people into this football club that I think's going to help us win the game. Part of the verse, we never part of the verse.
We're actually planning the victory for it.
You love it. Want to change anything? That line, that manager.
He's not as bang to wake up and don't think about it.
Never a dull moment with that Newcastle side. You can watch the entertainers tonight at 9:30 after this game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And then tomorrow night on Sky Sports, Thierry Henry is in the Monday Night Football studio alongside Jamie Carragher and David Jones for West Brom against Wolves, Burnley against West Ham, and of course there's plenty more for the guys to talk about as well. But it's half-time and Spurs are a goal up thanks to Gareth Bale.
Did you do whatever you was doing?
What?
Did you do whatever you was doing?
Yeah. I did.
You did.
She's going to message me. So she's done. Can't do that more.
What?
Oh, she's going to put that money in my bank. Oh, she's going to give it to me, I'll put it in my bank. I'll put it in my bank. Okay.
To take you through the second half, and with news
Here
of a
comes,
double substitution for Sheffield United,
Burger.
Andy Hinchcliffe and Bill Leslie.
Oh?
Burger.
Burger?
Yeah.
For Sheffield United's number 8, the Norwegian international Sander Berger back out on the field for Sheffield United for the first time since December. He's on,
Burke.
as too is Ollie Burke at half-time. Jaden Bogle and Rhian Brewster, the two
We
to
haven't made
make
any
way,
subs.
so we could well see a tweak to the formation. Certainly a bit of a reshuffle. Looks like Osborne may well
What is?
to this left wing back position. He
Oh,
plays
well,
that
last
for
year.
Sheffield United this
That's
season.
disturbing.
Starting
That is disturbing. Here comes the second half.
Yeah. Spurs unchanged.
To be expected.
Andy, though, expect from them a little more adventure in the second half.
If you look at the attacking talent they've got, they have to do more.
That
They
was.
have to work. Sheffield
Why did he
United,
do that?
A lot more.
Collision there that's left Giovanni Lo Celso
Barely 20
writhing
seconds in.
around in agony. Fleck was involved.
What did you do, man?
I don't think it's the initial challenge. Is it a follow through? Is there a foot from Fleck on Lo Celso's head? Only Fleck will know whether he means to do this, but it's clearly a really painful one. I think it's the initial challenge. It's just that right foot comes down and catches Lo Celso. That's what VAR are looking at.
Ouch.
Let's watch his right foot here.
Oh.
That's nasty. Really
That
nasty.
painful.
Again, is it accidental? Is he trying to get his foot out of the way, or is he? You know, is it intentional? Does he know what he's doing here, Fleck? Very difficult for VAR and the referee to decide on that.
Well, the VAR is Peter Banks.
Peter Banks?
I'm
to
undecided. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is dangerous play, he's endangering an opponent, or whether it's a purely accidental collision. I mean, 10 people
This
could
is.
look at it. And all
It's his
could come
reaction
up with a
afterwards,
different
though. It's
viewpoint
like
on
you did
exactly what's going on there.
literally slide your foot down his face.
No doubt there was contact on the head of Giovanni Lo Celso. Peter Banks has looked at it. The check is complete, so there'll be nothing further doing.
No, because it's
Lo
accidental.
Celso clearly not happy, but John Fleck is saying, look, there's nowhere else for me to put my foot. It was purely accidental, but I did feel he had time to maybe make absolutely sure he makes no contact with Lo Celso.
Vaseline
His
out.
body, he could have.
That looked painful.
If he planted that right foot somewhere else, did he really need to catch him on the head? I don't think he does. I think he has enough time not to do that.
I think there may just be a little glance in there as well, which would not look particularly favourable under further examination.
At least a yellow card, though. Come on.
I can understand why Lo Celso is far from happy. John Fleck is lucky to stay on the pitch, really.
At all, his face open.
Yeah, some of the situations we've seen red cards.
So that could have been deserved a red card.
Have been much meeker than that.
Whereas the other ones, you're like the West Ham one was not a red card.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with Southampton because that wasn't a red card either.
Giovanni Lo Celso rubbing his head is back on there. Rubbing his head, he needs to make sure he keeps his head. Osborne. Fleck. Osborne, Berger's there.
That was a shove.
It's come to Baldock. Couldn't quite get the clean connection he was hoping for. He's down inside the penalty area.
Why?
Fleck.
No, he's up.
Is he scared?
Who's scared?
Paul Heckenbottom will be pleased about the energy his side are showing, the application at the start of this second half.
Come on, man, keep the
They're
ball.
really positive. The changes he's made at half time have looked to have an effect with Ollie Burke coming on. He's there to use his pace as he's trying to do here. He's so quick he can run beyond defenders, and Sheffield United have to use that. Get the ball, and then behind Alderweireld, then behind Eric Dyer, and use his pace.
Stevens has ghosted forward unspotted.
Ghosted.
Osborne.
Tottenham may have expected Sheffield United just to lie down and be beaten in the second half, but they started well.
Here's Lo Celso.
Fouled.
Fouled by Osborne. Free kick Tottenham, which Argentina will take. Reguilon. Son may just have kept himself
Go on,
onside
Son.
here. He's certainly in behind.
Go on, Son.
Heung-min Son.
Yes. It was your.
It's a finish.
Please be onside.
Stays down.
They'll check it, won't they?
Yeah.
An emphatic strike of the ball from the South Korean that looks to have doubled Tottenham's lead 5 minutes into the second half.
Oh, he's such a dangerous player when the ball is played into his feet, but this is one of his trademark runs off the ball, in behind, ball watching defenders. Again, there's a question mark over offside. That will be looked at, but he seems to have timed it brilliantly, and his finish is emphatic. He just waits and waits. He has a look at Ramsdale. He sees what the keeper's looking for him to do, and then does the opposite and drills it in at the near post. That's pretty much unstoppable, but the run, pretty straightforward. Defensively, again, Sheffield United not good enough. It's too easy for Son to get in. An emphatic finish, though.
Is he onside?
This is one for the VAR lines. Son leaning. I'll take it from that sleeve area by the look of things.
Please be onside. It's got to be onside, right?
They may just get away with this Sheffield United, but at least it's
Offside.
good luck rather than design. And very fortunate there.
Why do we always get these bloody disallowed goals?
The goal denied.
Again? Come on.
Aurier. We're going to touch it beyond Osborne here. Baldock. Burke. Came to Son.
Come on, man.
McGoldrick. Enough contact by Højbjerg for the free kick to be given.
There's more of a contest in this second half. They're bringing in the extra midfielder in Berger. It's really helped Sheffield United maybe control that area a little bit more, and keep possession and cause more problems for Spurs defensively.
Norwood to take, and he's given that a little too much.
Yeah, he's better than that, Ollie Norwood. He just puts way too much on it. There's a nice corridor there for him to play the ball into. Just feel it in there and let his teammates attack it. He knows he's got it all wrong.
Here's Dele Alli, on to Son.
Come on, Tottenham.
Højbjerg.
Oh, too much on that.
Well, this is far from unfamiliar territory for Sheffield United. It's actually the 26th time in this, their 34th Premier League game, that they've conceded the first goal. Only once have they managed to repair the damage and go on and win it, and that was at home against West Bromwich Albion in February. They had to do it on the road, just one away win on their travels this season. Here's Bale. Got the goal, looking for another. Enough time for Ramsdale to get his eye on it and see what the ball was doing.
He has a wonderful left foot, Gareth Bale. We saw that with his goal, but this is a long, long way out. Must be, what, 35 yards? He catches it cleanly enough, plenty of power there, but it's right down the keeper's throat.
Is it? Did he choke with it?
No, Dad.
Burke. Now Osborne. Here's Berger. Norwood. Fleck lets it run. McGoldrick wasn't quite ready for it though.
Come on.
That was clever from Fleck. He actually caught out his teammate McGoldrick there. He didn't anticipate he was going to leave that.
Should have kept that.
Here's Burke. He's giving Spurs plenty to think about.
Come on, Tottenham.
Another of these half-time tweaks which I think is benefiting Sheffield United is Basham back in his preferred position on the right-hand side of the three. He's picked out Baldock.
With Basham playing right rather than left, you might see him actually step forward a little bit more in the second half than he did in the first. I thought Heckingbottom will be delighted with the way his team have started this second half. 1-0 down. I thought they might maybe fold in the second half. The substitutions have helped, and really they're dictating the tempo of the game in these early stages.
Well, in some ways he's got a free hit, hasn't he? You know exactly what their fate is. Tottenham have a little more jeopardy about their run-in as to whether they can force the more unlikely route into the top four and get in the Champions League, as if the top four places are as they currently are at the end of the season, then 5th and 6th place will get Europa League places by the look of things, and 7th place in the league would be the new Europa Conference League, with Manchester City being the Carabao Cup winners. Few variables in there if Leicester drop out, and Leicester and Chelsea of course contest the FA Cup final, which could have a bearing on a European place reverting to the league, but that's how it looks at the moment. The 3 points would take Spurs above West Ham, who of course are in action on Monday Night Football tomorrow night, and Liverpool, whose game at Manchester United was called off earlier, That will have to be rescheduled.
There are lots of variables, but all Spurs can do is really concentrate on their own performances, look to win every single game, and the way Sheffield United have started this second half, they've got a job on Spurs here, making sure they win this one.
Osborne. A little bit of extra energy required for Serge Aurier. Regulon to Son.
And once again, Tottenham looking to play that ball in behind the Sheffield United defence. On this occasion, though, Chris Basham actually read the forward run of Son and was there to head the ball away.
Fleck providing the width for Sheffield United on this left-hand side.
Oh.
Osborne the running.
Corner.
And the Blades have a corner.
Sheffield United look a completely different team with the personnel changes. Seen John Fleck step forward much more than he did in the first half. Much more danger going forward from Sheffield United as a team now.
Yeah, there's balance and there's menace about the men in green.
Go on, Son. Go on, Bale. Go on, Bale. Yes! Top corner, man.
Top bins.
Top. Come on.
The second was a master blaster from Gareth Bale. Spurs 2, Sheffield United 0.
Well, it's a similar story really to the first goal. Sheffield United in the game. Well, plenty of possession forcing Tottenham back. But how quickly Tottenham and Gareth Bale can take a game away from you. Well, the counter-attack is absolutely devastating. He times his run forward, Bale. Brilliantly, he's sprinting forward. He's in his own half when the ball is played. He's never going to be offside. How emphatic is this? He just switches the ball out onto his left foot. He has a look to see where Basham is. Makes absolutely sure that Basham can't get a challenge in by moving the ball to his left. And then he absolutely buries it. His first goal was all about touch and feel. The way he nudges it past Ramsdale. This one, is drilled into the top corner. So composed, so well balanced. Has a little look. And then drills it into the top corner. It's a sensational double from Gareth Bale.
Can we keep it?
That takes him on to 50 Premier League goals. The 6th Welshman to hit that particular level.
Oh, you calm down now.
Another
Good, top bins.
for the picture book, another classic Gareth Bale goal.
Bale.
The finish was
Both
superb,
fantastic finishes. Well, yeah, world-class finishes.
An option of a pass.
What, these got two?
Yes.
How good was the...
I told you.
How good
Both.
was the first one?
Good.
Second one better?
I don't. I'll say the first one had more skill to it.
Well, just as Sheffield United were starting to entertain thoughts.
But they're on a similar level, Bill.
Yeah, Sheffield United as a team are looking threatening, but when you've got individuals with the quality of Gareth Bale and others, within the space of 5-10 seconds,
Don't give the ball away like that. So we've been dominating.
Oh, yes.
Is Dele Alli still there?
Yeah, he's on the pitch. You might not recognise him because he's changed his hair.
I don't recognise him.
I'm just saying. What do you mean is he still? But then what you're saying is he's still there if you do recognise him.
Because I thought he was not, thought he was not on.
He started the game. And we haven't made any subs, so yeah, he's still on. Though we did have a disallowed goal in the 50th minute from Son. Yes, I said you might not recognise him because he's changed his hair. What do you mean keep changing it? It's the first time he's changed his hair.
No.
The first time he's changed it like that, yeah. Because he's now got like dreadlocks.
I thought number 20 was a new player. Like a new player.
A new player? How have we got a new player? It's nearly the end of the season.
When does it?
After this game, we've got 4 games left.
Where does this put us?
5th at the moment. But West Ham play tomorrow, I think, against Burnley, so we need Burnley to do us a favour.
Dele Alli looking to find Harry Kane.
Bill, did you hear? Look there, see? What's so funny about that? Bill, did you hear about the Man United Liverpool game?
Berger.
The one that was meant to be played today?
Yeah.
That got postponed?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the Man United fans.
Nice
They broke into the stadium.
Did they?
Yeah. At the Man United stadium. Well, Old Trafford, if you want to call it that.
Old Trafford, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Protesting against the owners of Man United.
How did they get
Broke in. I'm sure it was pretty easy to get in. Because there was like a few fouls in there.
It's just security.
And they were also
Fleck lets it run norward.
good catch, Lloris.
First time tonight, really.
And they're also protesting outside the hotels they were staying in.
Need to take it first time. That's my only question here. Great run off the ball from Ollie Burke. Really intelligent pullback. Fleck does brilliantly, but Ollie Norwood, he's under, no pressure at all. He's in acres of space. If you have to take it first time, if you're under pressure, fine, but he didn't need to. Could have settled himself and made absolutely sure that he struck the ball home.
Struck the ball home.
12 attempts.
You see confirmation that it was Sheffield United's first shot on target.
Go on.
Lo Celso.
Oh, Lo Celso. It's alright. Also, Lo Celso got a boot to the face.
Bale. Still going.
That's a foul.
Minorly or majorly, but certainly enough.
You rubbed that thigh.
By Ender Stevens, well outside the penalty area.
It's difficult for Ender Stevens when Gareth Bale is in this mood. Travelling at pace with the ball. Clever bit of skill just to nick it past him. And
he's shown his skills.
Who's having this one, Bale?
He's on a hat-trick, isn't he, Gareth Bale? So every free kick now,
You're
you
going to
can
take
say,
it.
look,
Just let me take it.
Lad, step away. I'm striking this one.
It will be Bale.
Oh, at least it was on target.
Right down the throat of Aaron Ramsdale, though.
There wasn't much whip on it to take it past.
They had a lot of nice whip.
I just want to see someone score from a free kick.
Bale could do it.
I mean, Kane took a free kick, but it hit the wall.
Harry Winks is going to come on in a moment for Tottenham.
For who?
One of the two who made way from the Wembley starting 11.
Dele Alli.
Dunno. I mean, he played well when he came on against Southampton. Man City, not so much.
Dyer.
He was a bit anonymous.
Dele Alli.
Yeah, with Harry Winks coming on, my first thought would be maybe Lo Celso to make way. Højbjerg, I'm sure, will stay on. I'm sure Ryan Mason want all his quality attackers to stay out there. So Lo Celso, with that whack on the head as well, maybe he's the obvious choice to make way.
I thought maybe Ndombele would come on. That was risque.
Biscuit for biscuit.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch, why don't you just sit down?
Because I like standing.
No, because you're gonna leave in a minute. I know it.
I need to turn the room.
Have you done it yet?
I can't do.
You keep saying that.
Yeah.
You say it, but you don't do nothing.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, the whole lot.
Go on.
Aurier.
Yeah, Mum said the things on the floor.
Gareth Bale.
Yes!
It's the hat-trick for Gareth Bale.
Go on, Bale.
He'll come away with the match ball for Tottenham. His first hat-trick in English football since 2012. And Gareth Bale at the peak of his scoring powers tonight for Tottenham, who lead Sheffield United by 3-0.
It's a beautifully controlled finish, but again, Serge Aurier just I want to flag up his role in the goal. But the weight of the pass, the angle of the pass for Gareth Bale is exceptional. I'm sure that's what Bale is saying too. Thanks for that ball that you gave me, because it enabled me just to assess the situation and decide how I want to finish it. Where he steps forward, he steps in Bill. Just watch the weight of the pass into the path of Gareth Bale. Doesn't overhit it, he just invites Bale to shoot. Bale can look at the goal, look at Ramsdale, and decide how he wants to drill it home. Brilliant play from the right back, Aurier. Great appreciation of what Bale needs. No chance for Ramsdale. And I think Spurs and Gareth Bale have shown in flashes just how good they can be.
Well, it's his 8th career hat-trick, Gareth Bale. His first in England since he got 3 against Aston Villa.
See, we can see the mark on his face. You can see the mark on his face where the...
From Andrew Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
For once this season, I've got it right.
1 hat-trick, 1 correct prediction.
It was a no-brainer though, wasn't it? Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, you done it?
Stevens.
They were checking for a red card, but they didn't give a red card.
You're probably astounded, Bill, why I haven't gone into kind of coaching and managing with that kind of astute knowledge.
What?
I couldn't remember who done it.
Stevens.
A potential red card,
The one
but...
that took Bale down. When he's rubbing his leg.
No, it was about Lo Celso.
Yeah, it was the same bloke.
Was it? He could have been off the pitch.
Since he's taken over, Gareth Bale, and he has been
Hey.
richly rewarded.
Get that ball back.
In those 2 games, both here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Who wants to score next?
Me.
Bale.
Kane? I want to see Kane score.
Does Dad have the right top on?
I'm doing the right top on. I've got Regulon on.
I've got Tottenham top on. In the right top. As long as it's Tottenham, don't fucking matter, does it?
I mean, Billy's wearing...
This badge?
Yeah.
Bill, you're only wearing that because it's your new one.
I don't know where my other one went.
What other one?
I have a Tottenham t-shirt with Kane on.
Oh, I don't know.
Hojbjerg.
I haven't got Kane this season.
Son.
Come on.
Dele Alli.
Oh, you know what he's trying to do.
I have a Kane t-shirt.
No, I mean from this season, I didn't get one with Kane on. I've got
They've got
Regulon,
different-
Son, Bale.
They've got different to it.
Dele Alli had a really decent first half. What was really influential. The second half, he's
They
not
have
really come to the party yet.
He was part of that last goal, so
Lack of
be quiet,
understanding with his
please.
teammates, and that really is understandable because he's just played so little football with them.
Do they have a star?
Yeah, I don't know why, because I normally have like AIA. Unless it's I assumed it was a new sponsor, but I don't know.
Do they got a new sponsor that?
I don't know. First time I've seen it.
What is AIA? Because I never know what AIA is.
What is it, Dad?
What?
AIA.
AIA.
I don't know.
It's always been there. I like it, but I just don't know what it is.
What to think?
But I haven't got a clue what they are.
Aurier. Bale.
Kane.
The turn provider this time. It's Harry Kane.
Oh.
Across the face of goal.
No more there to tap it in. Is that a corner?
Yes.
We'll take that.
The weight of the passing there to be admired. Morier and Gareth Bale. Absolutely perfect for each other. Just Son is really blocked off by Basham in the near post. It would have been a great goal. Again, Harry Kane looking to be the creator, but Basham does just about enough to stop Son getting to the ball.
Huh? Don't speak when you're yawning because I can't understand what you're saying.
I said, I swear Kane had
Asthma?
Son, the little flick by Alderweireld, nearly caught out
Another
Sheffield
another
United.
corner.
It has earned another Tottenham corner.
Asthma?
Yeah.
I've heard that. I don't know. Has he got asthma? Do you know, Dad? Kane.
He does suffer with asthma.
Something of it at that near post.
You wouldn't think so.
Goals, plenty of pace on the ball. That's all you can do is just help it on.
Well, obviously, Bill, he runs. He can't walk the whole game. He won't get nowhere.
Son, better delivery this time. Basham, the one to get his head to
Another corner. Come on. Get your head on it, man.
What?
Hmm?
Somebody has it bad.
No.
Some people say that it's going to leave.
Who? Kane? Don't know.
No one knows, Bill.
It's all.
He would leave?
I don't know.
I don't think Daniel Levy's going to let him leave, so maybe not.
Gonna let him leave?
I don't think Daniel Levy's going to let him leave.
Dele Alli?
Daniel Levy.
Who's Daniel Levy?
Bill, do you think Dele Alli's got any say on his where he plays? I don't think so.
I thought you said Dele Alli. I was like, what?
Dele Alli has got nothing.
It's a plan to put terrible corners in. Things have changed since my day.
Come on, Bergwijn. Oh, you take a Bale off.
Well, his work is done.
Well, he's got his hat trick.
Match-winning contribution.
I have him on my
A
team.
hat-trick for Gareth
Who
Bale.
you got on?
I've got Regulon. My Son one, I think, is in the wash, and my Bale one, I'm not entirely sure where it is at the moment.
Standing individual performance from Gareth Bale. His first
yeah.
goal was all about touch and feel, just a nudge it past Ramsdale. His second and third goals,
Look at this one.
all about composure and power and precision. Never looked like missing when he broke forward for that second, and Aurier did him a favour with the weight of that pass across him onto that favoured left foot, and again, no chance for Ramsdale. Brilliant from Bale.
Brilliant performance, Bale.
Here's Bergwijn, straight into action.
Go on, Aurier.
Finding Aurier.
Oh.
Regulon tried to get there. Bulldog
Almost.
stopped him doing just that. Dele Alli in.
Oh, man.
Basham.
Come on,
Up
guys.
but not fully away.
Aurier's played really well today.
Aurier. Kane.
Oh.
Well, at 1-0 down, Sheffield United were very much in the game, but at 3-0 down now, it's turned into damage limitation.
Still a lot of football to be played here tonight.
Come
They
on.
might struggle to limit the damage the way that Spurs are enjoying themselves at the moment. It's Son. Son!
Oh, yes!
The goal. That's a lovely strike from Heung-min Son.
What a goal, man.
Spurs have 4.
Well, it's a brilliant finish. When he steps in field onto his right foot, you know what he's going to look to do, whip it towards the far post. I think Chris Basham is looking to get in the way, but he actually slips. So there's no one in between, really.
Basham.
Son and Ramsdale. And again, no chance for the Sheffield United goalkeeper. You know, they have the ball with the goal, they give it away. They've got so many players high up the pitch. But just watch Son here as he steps in field. Chris Basham, I think, loses his footing. And the ball actually whistles over his head into that far corner. Absolutely no chance for Ramsdale.
Look at that.
And brilliant attacking football once again.
I predicted 2-0. That's completely gone, but
It's not
I'm
really
happy about
laces,
that.
it's not really pure power, it's control and precision with whip on it. Exceptional from Son.
Lamella.
Mason will use this opportunity to make another change and send on Eric Lamella in place of Dele Alli.
He's played well. He might have not got no goals or assists, but he was involved in
You
it.
summed up his contribution to the night, Andy, pretty well.
What shit?
Sparkled a little in the first half and faded in the second.
But I liked his attitude, his application. I think that's what coaches
He was
are asking him.
involved
We know
in
you've got
the
the
third
ability.
goal, so I'm not
If you
having
wanna
none
be
of
out
this
there,
Delhi
you wanna run around
slander.
on and off the ball. I think we've seen that. You know, he wants to do that, and maybe there is a future at Tottenham for Dele Alli.
Just depends who's manager.
Son looking for Kane, the touch from Basham.
Basham.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, there is Andy Lo Celso.
What you
You
should.
might have a small clue as to why he came off, Andy.
I think he got a bang on the head, Bill, did he?
I know you should laugh,
Just want to
but
make it clear to everyone watching, I did get a bang on my head.
it's probably a bit sore. Yeah, you should have seen a challenge. It was a potential red card, but again,
Why did he go up?
no, he sort of tangled and sort of came down and his foot went across his ear and then.
Did he not get any card?
No.
Aurier.
It was accidental, but you know. I don't know. I could see it be given as a red. Go on.
Bergwijn.
Oh.
No, Kane could have got there.
Huh?
Kane could have got to the ball.
Yeah, he probably thought Bergwijn was going to get there.
Let's not forget Son had a goal ruled out for offside earlier on in this half. A fine margin.
Was,
So the
come on,
damage could have
Sonny.
been worse for Sheffield United. Look to repair it a little bit here. Find Osborne.
Corner.
His shot was blocked behind for a corner.
Well, you have to give Sheffield United credit. They're getting absolutely pummeled here. They're 4-0 down, yet they're still, you know, breaking forward, looking to get a consolation goal in the game. So that's to be admired. Once again, they just lack that attacking quality in the final third.
You'd say they started the second half better than they did the first.
To hurt Tottenham and really test Lloris.
They started the second half better than they did the first.
Who?
Sheffield United. They were showing a bit of something, but
Shall I go what?
something. They were showing a little something.
Short to back. Aurier brings it out and able to hold off all the Sheffield United attention. The headline, of course, will be for Gareth Bale's Tottenham hat-trick tonight after the match, but 2 assists for Serge Aurier for Tottenham as well. 2 of those 3 goals.
Oh, Mella.
Lamella. Going forward, he's a talent.
Here's Ollie Burke.
Ollie Burke.
Couldn't quite make up the ground there, McGoldrick, with that near
I was
post
worried that
start.
was going to be like an own goal.
That's the problem. Ollie Burke is so quick that his teammates McGoldrick struggle to keep up with him, and that's what he needed. You know, he gets into space, he drives at that Tottenham defence, does the right thing, just rolls the ball across the 6-yard box. But McGoldrick, you see, he's slightly on his heels. He's never going to get there, and Alderweireld knows that. Just lets the ball run to safety.
He ain't that quick.
He's not that quick.
The one that cost it in.
How have they got a corner? I
Norwood with
swear,
the corner.
no Spurs player touched that.
McGoldrick. There's Bergwijn.
Or am I mistaken? Because I swear no one touched that.
Hoisted in by Basham. Little touch from Stevens. This is Norwood. McGoldrick's at the far post, but so too was Højbjerg.
Oh, it's proved a great signing, Højbjerg. He has that ability to get back and help out defensively. He's brave. He does everything you want from a holding midfielder. He can control the tempo of a game, but he can get back and get his head on things exactly when his team needs it.
Where was he from? What, his first team?
Southampton. Because Kyle Walker-Peters went the other way and he came to us.
Why did
So realistically, we only paid like 3 million for him.
Fleck delivery. Was attacked by Egan. The Spurs holding firm. Bergwijn.
I want to see Bergwijn get a goal.
Along the long list of injury absentees for Sheffield United this season, Lys Mousset has featured pretty
I thought so.
prominently. This is just his 11th
Was that your bag?
Premier League appearance of the season.
Or was the bag you used? So it's been sitting there like all afternoon.
Last time he scored actually was against Spurs when they met at Bramall Lane after the restart last season, and Spurs were beaten by Chris Wilder's side. Osborne gets it in, Berger. Wouldn't fall for Mousset.
Berger.
Beyond Reguilon. Sheffield United corner.
Another one.
Some relief for Sheffield United. They took a defensive battering for the last 15-20 minutes, so they'll be pleased just to get up the pitch and maybe score a goal of their own.
And they managed one in the 3-1 defeat when these two sides met earlier on this season. Berger.
Was it handball?
Came off his hand though before he got his shot away, so a free kick for Tottenham Hotspur. So no surprise to see Sheffield United closing in on what will be a 7th successive away defeat, 27th league defeat of the season. Bergwijn. Winks.
Wanks.
Is the glass slippery or something?
Don't know why.
Because they keep slipping.
Oh dear.
Reguilon well advanced.
Reguilon.
Comes to Harry Kane.
Oh.
Far as wide. Wouldn't have counted anyway.
It was
but,
offside.
When the chances have fallen to Harry Kane tonight, he hasn't been his usual
He's
accurate self, has
been
he?
a bit off it.
He hasn't been at his sharpest, but I think Reguilon here again. Sheffield United caught out, ball over the top. They don't stay with runners. He actually comes back on himself, Reguilon, so the opportunity is gone when the ball breaks Harry Kane's way. He is offside, but usually sticks the ball in the back of the net, and then okay, the free kick is given, but he's not been at his sharpest, but other Tottenham players certainly have.
And he's still sitting pretty at the top of the Premier League scoring charts, Harry Kane. 21 Premier League goals for the season for him.
Come on.
He's also up there at the top of the Premier League assists chart as well, going for a rare double in that respect.
It's not just in this country, in the Premier League either, it's right across Europe. He's right up there with the very best.
Because he is one of the very best.
That's why he's consistently linked with the very best in terms of where his destination may be should he choose to leave Spurs in the summer. Foul by Højbjerg. A yellow card.
I just wonder if Højbjerg with that challenge, is that maybe just saying to John Fleck, that's for my mate Lo Celso after what he did to him. was flying into this challenge and he's nowhere near it.
Here's Burke to Baldock. Norwood. Baldock. Locked behind by Reguilon. Maurice coming a long way and claiming. Half an hour or so into this game, this threatened to develop into an awkward evening for Spurs, who weren't really firing. They were finding Sheffield United stubborn to break down. When the chances came their way, they weren't able to take them. And Gareth Bale got his first goal, that all changed. And then in the second half, well, they hit the gas, had a devastating spell that blew Sheffield United out of the way. Gareth Bale at the heart of it. Son adding the fourth. He's found Kane here. Harry Kane's shot had to go through many and failed to do so. Basham. Here's Berger. Mousse. Touch off Alderweireld. That'll be a goal kick, and that'll provide a nice window for me to ask you, Andy, for your man of the match.
Not such a tough choice, really. Sergio Aurier did well, a couple of assists for him, but Gareth Bale has really been the jewel, really, in Tottenham's attacking crown this evening. He's given it a movement and finishing masterclass.
Mousse.
3 minutes.
Well, Ryan Mason would have wanted a reaction. He really needed a reaction after a much criticised performance in the Carabao Cup final against Manchester City. And in terms of scoreline and in terms of selection and putting Gareth Bale back in the side tonight, he's got exactly what he wanted. He's got the 3 points that keeps European hopes flickering away nicely. Here's Bergwijn. Kane looking to polish it off. A touch from Ramsdale made that slightly more awkward.
Yeah, the touch was all important. Harry Kane knows it. If the keeper doesn't get fingertips on this, it's a nod in at the far post. Bergwijn does well. Good run initially in behind that Sheffield United defence. It just takes the ball ever so slightly away from Kane. He can't get over it. Good cross. Ramsdale's had a really tough evening with some of the shots that have gone his way, but his fingertips in vital in making sure it didn't end up Tottenham 5. Just a word on Sheffield United. You have to have some sympathy for them. The individual brilliance of Gareth Bale has really undone them, but they've not let their heads drop. They've kept going, just not been quite good enough. It's been yet another game, and it's been hard to take, tough to take, in a really difficult season for them.
But as they prepare for life in the Championship next season, these are the sort of performances they need to put in. Full of hearted, perhaps a little shy of quality. Maybe an opening here for Mousse. Slight misunderstanding between Alderweireld and Hugo Lloris.
The good thing for Sheffield United, there are not too many Gareth Bales in the Championship.
Kane.
Come on.
Into the path of Reguilon. Reguilon!
Oh, how'd he miss there?
Another let-off for Sheffield United. Another opportunity missed for Tottenham.
That's a really slick attack once again. Harry Kane involved as the creator. But Reguilon here,
How's he
surely he's
miss?
got to go to Ramsdale's left. That's where the bulk of the goal is. Not sure why he's trying to be clever and catch him out of the near post. Just pass it to the goalkeeper's left along the floor, and it is 5.
He could have let Kane had an
The
assist.
Spaniard got his first goal in English football. Not to be for him.
I thought it was going to
His reaction
score.
tells you he knows he should be tucking that home.
Full time.
Well, just the reaction that Tottenham needed after cup final disappointment at Wembley last weekend. They've come back to the green grass of home, and a Welshman has driven them to a handsome win here. Gareth Bale's first hat-trick in English football since 2012. He lit up this night for Tottenham Hotspur when they were finding it awkward. He showed the way. 1 goal in the first half, 2 in the second. 2 of them assisted by Serge Aurier. And Son added a 4th goal just to make sure. Sheffield United already relegated, showed some fight, showed some battle, particularly in the second half, but they could not live with Gareth Bale. So they move up to within 5 points.
He's going to get his ball.
For Tottenham, up to 5th place tonight. A satisfactory night's work for Tottenham Hotspur and Ryan Mason. They've beaten Sheffield United by 4 goals.
I don't think they've got loads of balls.
Yes, it's an 8th career hat-trick for Gareth Bale, his second in the Premier
2
League,
each.
part of Tottenham's 4-0 win over Sheffield United. Earlier today, Newcastle beaten 2-0 at home by Arsenal. The game between Manchester United and Liverpool was postponed because of those fan protests outside Old Trafford and outside of the team hotels. Still waiting to find out when that one will be replayed. And we've just seen that 4-0 win for Tottenham against Sheffield United. Remember, you can see highlights of all of today's game on the Sky Sports app and on the Sky Sports website. There was an opportunity for Manchester City to be champions if Liverpool had beaten Manchester